How's this Dark Elf team looking? Not incredible. But we can play this Dark Elf team. How about Dark Elves? Is that interesting for people? You went to local game to one-turn touchdown. It went perfectly. Glad to hear it. Let's spin a slightly higher team. I'm going to be in Mr. Haddock Invitational trying to spin a 1450 team. We'll see if we can get a game with this. If not, well, I'll spin something else. Oh well. But yeah. 1450 Aardvac. Foolishly took a runner. Like, the money in Dark Elves starts out that you can take a runner. And I think you build your Dark Elf runner as another blitzer, basically, that starts out one skill behind. So he's 14 out of 16. His next skill is going to be dodge. Like, all the people who do crazy junk with the runner, I'm not a fan. But can you paste the fumble strategy guides for one-turn touchdown? Absolutely. Ooh, we found someone. I found 1740 Lizardmen. Should be fun.
Oh, nice. That should be an interesting game.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here.
Hopefully
Das
you got
Shooten
two
Heimer.
assassins.
So this is a guard stand firm Crocs, a Blocksaurus, a block guard, whatever that skill is, break tackle. That's what that looks like. Block tackle Saurus, block mighty blow Saurus, a nothing Saurus. We have a block sure hand skink. That is sidestep sure feet skink. A block sure feet skink. A sure feet diving tackle skink. And a sure feet kick skink. That is quite a variation of skills. Let's see what we
Get
want.
yourself a wizard.
I'm thinking Wizard Appa for 290.
Then you get 10 more K just to get Babe.
Yeah, I can put in 10k for a babe. $10k of my own money for that, and we'll call that a day. I keep calling sidestep sure feet. I do, don't I? Those are sidestep guys. What are humans' advantages over Dark Elves? Higher armor. Dark Elves sound like they have high armor, but realize that when you first start your team, that is the most armor you ever have, and as soon as you start putting the other positionals on, your armor goes down over and over again. Humans start with the actual passing skills. They are better at passing than Dark Elves, if you don't put any effort into it. And pieces that have strength access on normals. So you have 4 pieces that can get guard, 5 if you count the ogre. And you can, get guard and punch up above your weight class a lot more easily with humans. Is the ogre good on humans? Oh, on humans the ogre's awesome. I think the human ogre is one of the best big guys in the game.
For a team, that and the warps and trolls are the best big guys.
Yeah, we get into this debate so often it's become painful now, but there's little doubt that the human ogre is a very solid big guy. He is a real good guy to have around for humans. That adds a lot of strength, which is real important for them.
In before, what's the worst guy?
The worst big guy? I don't know. Croxagor's best big guy? You can make a pretty solid argument for that. I'm not going to debate that too hard with you, because you're not wrong. The Croxagor is a very good big guy.
It's the best big guy, but it doesn't do as much as the human ogre does for the human team.
Yeah, he's more of the same, but in a good way. So Dark Elves have no natural strength pieces? Not a single one. Why is Human Ogre good? Because he is 5 strength and has Bonehead, which is very solid and easy to work with. And he comes on a team that has a lot of 3 strength and really needs that little bit of extra punch to actually do some damage. He is a reliable, very strong guy, and his other stats, like his movement and his agility, are about as good as you get on other big guys anyway. So like 5 movement on a guy like that, good stuff. 2 agility means that in theory he can occasionally dodge in the strange situations where you need to, which does happen. He's very solid. You like the dudes running around better than the Star Trek effect? I know, man, but it took forever. Okay, so let's say we want to kick short. Because I do. Let's see what happens. The weather is nice. And the kick goes about where I planted it. Let's make him play over there. Ogre would look better if we didn't see his big brother on the pitch right now. Yeah, Croxagore is real good. There's other big guys that are really good. If you're playing Nurgle, I think there's literally no reason to not take a Nurgle Warrior. He's the reason to play the team over Chaos, in my humble opinion. Although I know you can make a kill team more efficiently with them, that's kind of niche. The Troll on Orcs is probably the worst big guy. He's up there. Not my favorite big guy. Tree on Wood Elves? I'm not a huge fan of Tree on... I don't know if Tree on Wood Elves is worse than Troll on Orcs. They're like, I don't like either at all. But we're kind of at the point where we're splitting hairs when they get that bad and we're trying to figure out which one is very slightly worse. Oh no, that's true. Before this whole Bribe Stadium was a thing, Death Roller on Dwarves, I think you could say, was probably very easily the worst big guy. I think that's a very safe thing to say. Yeah, the Death Roller. But now that you can buy the Bribe Stadium for him, it's actually much more reasonable. Oh good, the Witch Elf didn't die. Oh, I hope he just got his Saurus surfed. Death Roller makes a good mercenary? Maybe true. I don't know. You never tried Underworld? Yeah, if you're playing Underworld, you have to get the Warpstone Troll. Like, do not play them without. It makes no sense. You hate fighting against dwarves. Somehow they murder your sources. Guard is a hell of a skill. Considering that dwarf, like, one of the things about dwarves that makes them real good that new players may not see at first glance is they don't need, like, any doubles ever to make the team good. Well, Skink, what are you doing? Stop teleporting, Skink.
That Skink is teleporting all over the place.
How's the Snow Troll? The Yeti on Norse? I don't like him too much. I think you can get by without him.
Completely unnecessary.
What now?
It's completely unnecessary with the Yeti.
Yeah, I agree. Unnecessary.
Costs way too much, is too reliable, doesn't start with...
Oh, nice. He boneheaded.
Starts with the claw.
Excellent.
That's the only redeeming factor with it.
I'm okay with that guy boneheading right there. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Yes, surfing the Saurus is too good to pass up. That's going to be the thing we do.
You're probably going to have to waste a bit on it, though. No.
Probably have to waste a what?
A blitz.
No. No, I don't need to waste a blitz. That's a Witch Elf standing next to it, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you committed like 4 players.
I know, but I'm already setting up a screen anyway, so, you know.
Okay.
Like, I'm already naturally, just by where my players are, forming a screen. So, I'm okay with this. Let's put you there just in case. Let's do the surf because the crowd wants to see the surf. Oh, that's just tragic.
I would reroll that.
You reroll it? I didn't.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard to pass up. Just getting the knockdown on him. It makes me sad. It makes me very sad, but, you know, it's one of those what you gonna do kind of things.
Does the prehensile tail work when he's boneheaded?
Prehensile tail work what now?
When the Croxigore is boneheaded.
No.
Okay.
Oh, cool, I broke armor on a Saurus. It's a stun, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, grid. People want to see the grid. This one's going to be a lot more cluttered because these are much higher team value teams. But yeah. There you go. There's your grid. But you like the reason I was okay with that surf was because I'm kind of already forming a screen where he wants to go anyway. So it's like, okay, sure. Let's try the dodge. We made it. Notice no prehensile tail. Yes, no tackle zones, no tail. Well, that Saurus is still kind of worthless for a little while. And my players aren't in the most obnoxiously bad situation over here. If you could put any 11 players together and make an all-star team, what would you pick? Keep in mind you have to keep the limit of each team. Something like 2 Ward Answers, 4 Gutter Runners, 4 Chaos Warriors, a thrower of some kind. So this game is turn-based basketball? I'd say it's more like turn-based highlight, but sure.
I would go 2 Ward Answers, 2 Mummies, 2 Underworld Blitzers.
Underworld Blitzers are pretty good for the cost.
They're the best Blitz.
Underworld Blitzers and Ward Answers on the team would be nice. Turn-based basketball.
That's 6, and that's how many? That's about 600k.
If you need, like... Do you think you'd need linemen on the team?
Yeah.
Because if you need linemen on the team, I think maybe Dark Elves or Chaos.
You need that Chaos Pack Dark Elf lineman.
That Chaos Pack Dark Elf lineman? Yeah, that's pretty good. If you want a big guy, Croxigore probably makes the most sense.
2 Mummies.
2 mummies? The Dream Team still needs to be 1,000 team value.
Tomb Guardian.
Yeah, there's some very... I'm okay with this.
That's good.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what the Croxigore does this turn, if anything. Will he do a thing? Probably. He's got a 5 out of 6 chance of doing a thing. Okay.
What's the price cost of rerolls? 100k maybe?
Yeah, that's a question. How much do the rerolls cost on this imaginary team?
Because you still need 2 rerolls.
You could go peasants from Bretonnians just to save money, I suppose.
No, I would go either Chaos-backed Linos or Norse Linos.
I gotta be honest, guys. If he's gonna make it that easy on me, I can't not do it. Like, that has to happen. Right? Shitty fireball.
Oh.
That was not the best fireball, to say the least. Makes me a little sad. I'm still gonna get a 2-die on the ball carrier with strip ball. So I'll take that, happily. Brets have very good value linemen. There's other good value linemen. I'm actually fine with Rotters as value linemen too. So yeah, we're gonna try to take that guy down. Yeah, that was a very weak fireball. That makes me sad. I would much have preferred to do some damage of some kind. Stun some guy, anything. But I will happily take my 2 die on a ball carrier. With the strip ball skill.
You could take Sauruses as linemen, but then you have to go down to like 1 reroll to start with.
No, not really. I'll happily take the ball going there. Thank you, sir. That's wonderful. Now, Surfin' USA wants to get the ball. Wizards. Wizard did good enough. Let's put it that way.
It did what it needed to do.
Yes, correct. Either way, Johnny Bash getting the ball at 29 out of 31 SPP is something I'm reasonably happy about. But I think I want to make a break for it. I think we're going to make a run for it. Because we haven't blown our reroll yet.
Run, Forest, run!
That's certainly the plan. You make your dodge. Let's go 1,000,000 miles away from all this mess.
A blockhead, you can take Sauruses instead of 2 Black Orcs. Cost the same amount.
That seems pretty reasonable to me, I think. I'm quite happy with this situation. The wizard did just good enough. Tackle before its sidestep on the witch? Yeah, man. I just want to do damage with it. Makes it easier to get the level ups later anyway. Yeah, if you take elf blitzers, you don't have strength access. You'd want something that... You would want easy strength access or a lot of strength on the team. So if you're going for stuff like War Dancers and all that and Skaven blitzers, you probably want some strength access in that team.
Yeah, underworld blitzers.
Is there a point at which you would get rid of a Witch Elf for not having rolled doubles on a stat up? I don't know. Like, how many useful skills can you take on normals on a Witch Elf before you get real annoyed at not having rolled the doubles? Because you can take block, you can take tackle, you can take sidestep. And those are all very reasonable. Is that kind of the point where it's hurting you that you don't have doubles yet?
Then you can take Leap if you want.
Leap? Maybe. I don't know.
Strip Ball?
Strip Ball's pretty good. I think maybe at that point, maybe if you have those 4 skills, if you haven't rolled doubles, and you're feeling really min-maxy that day, maybe that's when you're like, screw this team. Let's re-roll her. This is going to be a sidestep dude coming in to be annoying.
Just score, maybe?
I intend to. We have to deal with a sidestep skink in front of the ball carrier, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm figuring out what the best way to deal with that is. Sidestep, blodge, skink, you say? No, he got his croc score free and everything. Tragic. I'd thought I was safe enough to make this, but had I known how this was going to work out, I probably would not have done this. If you know what I mean. Okay, he failed his dodge and attack zones. What skills would you suggest for a Movement 9, Agility 5 War Dancer? I don't know. Like, first thing I'd do is I would just laugh at other people because you have a Movement 9, 5 Agility War Dancer. You know?
Sprint if you go for water.
Just laugh at the opposition first. Because you have a monster piece and they don't. Skinks can teleport? How am I supposed to defend against skinks that can teleport? So, if Slam Duncan gets a knockdown, then things are kind of okay still. That's a 1-die because you have guard, you have guard. There's nothing I can do about that, I guess. I can take this blitz first, but this blitz kind of stinks. Want to take the 1-die, or do I want to move you up with a GFI? Let's move you up with a GFI. And hope for the GFI to work. The GFI worked. We're good. POWs are good. I like POWs. Stand firm is a reasonable skill. Now we need a POW here. And I'm willing to roll again to get it. We got it. So we must follow.
Ooh.
Whenever you make a good sidestep, every single time, the game will screw you for it by removing your piece from the pitch, making it pointless.
No, it's not about making a good sidestep.
It's about thinking about it.
About where you actually want to put them.
I would keep him. He appoed it, like last second. I'd have appoed that. Uh-oh, he's saying, oh man, at the results of the Apo. That's not good. He took the -1 armor.
He's dead.
He's dead. That stinks. For him. For me, I'm okay with it. Let's try and score now, because I don't think I can stall. And I still haven't used my reroll on this sequence of events, which is pretty okay. Witch Elf touchdown. 1-0, boys. My guy didn't decide to come back. We know his skink is gone, so we have 10 players to defend. That's okay. We're gonna go with something along these lines. Strip ball guy's in the middle, that's fine. Kinda want strip ball guy in the middle and tackle witch elf in the middle because we're going to be punching skinks, probably. We do have John Wilkes Boom on the line for some reason, because our lineman's down. If it's going to be anyone, the guard blitzer makes the most sense to put on the line. Still not happy about it, but we deal with it. Oh man, Panda's here. How about that Demo Bowl League? It's not rolling over, man. Well, Amp's having issues connecting to the game ever since the patch hit. You don't get why the center of the fireball hit the grass. It isn't burned at all, even on the outer edge. Do I want to kick long or short? In this situation... Man, he has a backup skink with some skills, too. That's kind of tragic. Let's kick it long today. Ah, should have kicked it short. Got a blitz. Not that it was anywhere near where I can get it. Let's see what we can do despite that. What can I do in this situation with the Hamada How? I can try to one-dice Surfasaurus. It's a little ugly. One die into one dice surf. Can someone explain why orcs get a thrower instead of a runner? Like, for real legit reasons? Probably because they are using them as more of a teachy team, and they want, you know, to put them in the humans and orc box, and they want to have both of them actually be capable of doing the throw thing. Is probably the actual reason. I don't know which way he's going. Let's try this very risky one die into one die surf. Because fuck witch elves, man. There's a reason everybody hates witch elves. That is the reason right there. The scary team on the Dark Elves that nobody wants to run into. I'm happy about that surf. That worked out real well. I don't really want this witch elf to go bonsai dodges, but I may do it. That's the tackle guy anyway, which makes it real annoying. So I don't get my dodge reroll if I do that there. If I go over here, it works a little better. But I don't want him to foul the witch elf, because he probably will give him a chance. I'm just going to leave her here and end the turn. He can surf my kick lineman if he wants to, though. Can't witch elves get frenzy trapped? Well, sure, in theory. But, like, it's more a matter of... If someone sets up a bad frenzy situation, you just don't take it. Like, it's not like, in theory, you don't eventually realize, oh, this first block is a 2-die, but then it goes into a 2-die against. Like, you should be able to notice that. You don't just blindly take them without knowing about it. So yeah, like, I just say to myself, you know, this is a 2-die, but it goes into a 1-die. Is that worth it to me? Sure. Or that situation where I'm like, this is a 1-die into a 1-die, but if I surf the guy off the pitch, it's a Mighty Blowsaurus. So, I'd like him to be off the pitch pretty badly. I usually feel like Dark Elves against Lizards is kind of a hard matchup for the Elves, but this is so far working out okay. There's the knockdown. We're fine. And we've still got the extra Apo just to pro-strat the first thing that happens, which is nice. And a Bloodwiser bait, which did nothing to get our guy back. Because this is like 1,700 lizards. I think that's kind of the level where lizards are at their scariest, is when you get up to about 15, 16. 17's a little high, but...
Yeah, around 1500, 1600.
It's probably
when
there.
they're strongest.
Yeah, like when you've got all the block and some guard on all these pieces, and you're basically running the completely ridiculous Saurus stat line, but you actually have the skills to go along with it. That's probably when they're at their most dangerous. Ooh, a blitz. Let's see where he wants to move this guy. He also powed my blotch dude, which makes me sad. That makes enough sense. Alright, let's form a screen, boys. I kind of want to use my blitz to get this witch elf back in the action. We can worry about stuff like trying to strip ball later. But let us screen like a good elf player. We're going to use our blitz to get this witch elf back in the action. In theory. Let's see if I'm missing something. Come on. Blood Bowl? Let me do things. Let's see where he wants to lead me. Assuming this fails, do I want to try the dodge despite diving tackle being a thing? Do I still want to dodge? Is this dodge against diving tackle skill more important than these guys? I think it is. Ooh! We're good. Despite the diving tackle, we made it. Let's try this dodge out real quick. 2 out of 3. We're fine, don't worry about it. No, don't be silly. I'm not wasting a reroll on that. Are we still talking about this, like, theoretical team? Because we can stop arguing about that. Don't mean to take the wind out of your sails or anything, but...
No, it's... or what's your ball carriers versus thrower right now?
Oh, I'll wrestle you for sure. You have a theoretical best team, Amazons. Discuss. If you like boobs, Amazons are absolutely a top tier team. Yeah, the Orc Thrower is a good piece. If we're waiting for Streamer Senpai to come down on one side or the other of this, there you go. But I'm more interested in this. This is more interesting when I play the Blood Bowl. Alright, so here comes a tackle blitz on the Witch Elf. Unsurprising. Tackle skill makes you roll POWs, as we all know. Witch Elf is stunned. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Angry, angry Hippolyta. In your second game of Blood Bowl, you got dub skulls 3 times in one game. Dude, you have no idea. I've had more like half a dozen in a game. Guys, let's calm down for a second and talk about this whole charity thing that I'm doing. Because this is a Blood Bowl stream for charity, and I'm trying to raise money for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which I believe we can all agree is a good cause. So let's all have a good time here and relax. If he wants to score on this turn, I'm still okay with it. So I'm not gonna stress it too much.
Good news, everyone!
Ooh. Grim Odor, thank you for the follow, sir. Always glad to have more people following the stream. Let's do it right. Strip ball guy, you go here, I guess. Is that fine? Do I want to move you another square? Not really. You just make your GFI, please. I would have loved them to have a stunty team in the game too. Like, Underworld is a team that I would have been perfectly happy seeing, although there's probably a lot of people who would have been pretty upset about another Bash team getting put in, although to be honest, there's a lot of people who probably don't know that it's a Bash team. I would say that's actually a legitimate concern, as there's a large number of people who probably don't know that Underworld really probably builds best as another kill team. People would be real upset when they finally found that out when good players started playing them. Yeah, it's Norse Undead, Nurgle, and Necro. So for people who don't know what's going on with the patch, or with the teams coming up, there are 4 new teams that are going to be introduced. They are all going to be free if you own the game when each of them launches. So for example, the first team is going to... Underworld is Bash? Yes. Underworld is kill more than Bash, honestly. But the first team is going to be introduced in February of 2016. It's going to be Norse. If you own the game in February 2016 when that launches, you get Norse for free. Just, 4 free teams basically if you own the game. Which is pretty cool. Norse is the 1st February. We don't know when the other ones are coming out, but they're Undead, Necro, and Nurgle. Yeah, Underworld is basically a budget kill team. And the reason they're a kill team is because of skill accesses. The Underworld Blitzers are maybe the best kill pieces in the entire game. I'd have thought they'd release Chaos Pack 2. It's kind of weird, the teams that they put out, to be honest with you. So he won't want to score next turn either, if he can help it. So we're going to make things annoying and hope armor holds up. I'm okay with that. Beastman or Nurgle Pestigors make better kill pieces because Strength 4 Frenzy on a Blitz is really strong. I still think ridiculously easy access to Claw piling on Mighty Blow Horns tackle is very, very good. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So, he's gone. Alright, let's do this for realsies. Can someone explain Chaos Pact and the players they have? Someone can provide a link to the team. They're really weird, to say the least. Let's do this the other way. Do I take a 2 die into 1 die? With tackle? Absolutely. What about Norse is so bad at higher TV? What makes Norse really good is the fact that they start out with a bunch of skills that other teams don't have. When other teams catch up to that skill gap that they have, it's a problem. Would I say that having that witch in the backfield at the start has been a detriment for the rest of the drive? Dude, I don't look that far ahead. I honestly don't remember what exactly we're talking about here. I'm willing to blow a reroll on this. But we don't need to. So we're going to base every single source on his team and make it real hard for him to get them in places where he wants them to be. Yeah, basically everybody else catches up with your block skill, and then suddenly you're 7 armor. I don't think they have it as bad as Amazon's, but they still have it kind of bad. The Witch Elf ran 4 squares into the enemy half on turn 1 after blitzing. Now she's always behind the ball. She's serving a useful purpose right now. And that's the unskilled Witch Elf. In general, I'm not going to be doing a bunch of stuff with her. She is tying up one of the sources right now and making it difficult for him to move, which is basically a useful purpose. No, animosity isn't that big of a deal. Amazons were a boring team? I feel the same way. Was that a goal bolt down? Yeah, it is. Into perfect. Piece stayed up. 6 months later, the piece came back. That's fine. Barnaby Orbax can take a hit. See? Barnaby Orbax is fine. Okay. Really? You're not going to stall, are you? Okay, good. I get 2 turns to score. That was basically the long-term goal of that whole thing, was I made it so he couldn't stall. So I get 2 turns to try this now. We see what happens. Why were you timed out?
The Takubot had none of that shit for some reason.
weren't timed out. The bot is very aggressive in banning things that it thinks is going to be Star Wars spoilers. The question was, can someone go over the major differences between Necro and Undead? If you ever see Itaku Bot post a Stormtrooper head, it thinks that there's a Star Wars spoiler. Don't worry, you're not actually timed out or anything. The differences between Necro and Undead. So,
Necro's a lot more of a mobile team.
yeah, Necro is kind of a more mobile, skilly kind of team. Like, more of a elfy, passy kind of thing. Undead are more of a bash, is the way I would put it quickly. He did have kick skill on a dude somewhere, didn't he? I thought he did have kick. Guess not. It's fine. So we're going to make some pass targets happen. We're going to try to score, because he can't, really. Not an option he has. And we're going to do it with all of our most obnoxious pieces to take down. With blodge and annoying skills like that. We're going to do some of this to make it more difficult for him to move the pieces that he wants to, although he can get them around. Kick guy, you go there, actually. We'll just do something like that for the time being and call it a day. Yeah, so the big difference, like, what kind of drives that is the Necro, or the Necro werewolves. The Necro werewolves have 8 movement. They're like furry witch elves in a lot of ways. Oh, that's tragic. Very sunny all of a sudden for my pass that I'm going to have to do. Yeah, very sunny kind of sucks for me. But we'll deal with it. Less than ideal, let's put it that way. The piece I'm a little more worried about. Do the pickup, please. And thank you. Much better. Make your dodge, thank you. You do your thing going over here. And you hang tight where you are, and we'll call that a day, I guess. That'll be fine. Okay, cool. Assassins are useless but fun. You tend to use them as catchers because then people have to base them. Assassins, yeah, man. Assassins are like that. They are very, very niche. Oh, yeah, no, in very particular leagues. Like, assassins are there for if you know you're playing just against a bunch of low armor obnoxious to take down pieces. Like Amazon Blitzers and War Dancers and crap like that. Otherwise, don't pick an assassin. And unless you're playing against a ton of those kind of teams, don't play with the assassin. So yeah, in like Stunty League, sure. Absolutely, why not? Seems good to me. The top 3 Dark Elf teams in NAF have 4 assassins between them. I don't begin to try to understand everything that goes on in NAF, to be perfectly honest with you. It's weird, man. NAF is full of a lot of very good players who do a lot of things which I do not understand. Uh-oh. Witch Elf is stunned. We're fine. Surf from USA is stunned. Let's see what these guys do. NAF also uses different rules for perpetuals. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay. Okay. You are... kick. Sidestep. Dodge stunty. Okay. That's fine. I can deal with that. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with that. Oh, double POWs. Tragic. Now let's see if we can do this. Let's make this dodge first. That bonehead was real horrible for him, I'm not gonna lie. With no skills, I should be taking these GFIs. Short pass, and hope for the best. Got there. We did get there. That bonehead was real ugly for him. Cool. Alright, let's get back on the pitch. Defense. Defense. Oh, he's going in defense. I'm on offense. Offense. I haven't said it in a little while, so just a reminder, this is the 9-hour-long makeup stream for Extra Life and Child's Play. We are going to be playing Blood Bowl. We're going to be having a good time. We're going to play some other games too. Just generally having a real nice time. So if you want to donate for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Extra Life, and all that good stuff, then please, by all means, go down and click in that nice donate button that we got set up down below the stream, the one with the Extra Life icon on it. So I put it in the top for the kickoff. That's fine. We'll go with this. Down below the stream, there's the donate button. We are at $1,823 out of 3,000, which I believe is a prime number. Because that's basically what's said. Johnny Bash? No! Johnny Bash, come on. That stinks. I thought very hard about appling that. We're still going to run a player through, even though that's kind of suboptimal. What's the next prime number? I don't know, man. Let's try and get this ball to a safe place real quick, because I'm worried about that. Just feel like it's time to deal with this issue. Great. So you can get that far. Which means I would need to put a player on you if I want to go there. You can go here, and if he wants to make 2 GFIs to put a tackle zone on me, I'll deal with it. Why do the kids of Atlanta deserve healthcare? If they're more than badly hurt, fire them and get new ones. Rochambobo, we are trying to buy more apothecaries for the kids in Atlanta. The kids in Children's Healthcare of Atlanta deserve more apothecaries than they have. So please, buy us that inducement money. I had to use a reroll. That's a thing. Having 2 throwers on a Skaven team is already WTF LOL. I'm not going to disagree with that statement. You will get no argument from me on that. We can go 2 die into 1 die with a GFI and try to injure a skink real quick, because I like injuring skinks. Two die into 1 die. 2 die into 2 die uphill. Good enough. That's a guard guy. I wasn't even looking. I didn't pay. No comeuppance for playing badly. Never comeuppance. No. No, two throwers on Skaven is weird. Even 1 thrower on Skaven a lot of people aren't that happy about. The patch looks good. I agree, man. There is no justice for me failing to notice that he had that skill. Although, to be perfectly honest, that's not a horrifically bad block. Nice. We stay standing. I wish that didn't block the dice. That'd be real nice. They should fix that. And if you're relatively new to Blood Bowl, and I know we've got a lot of you guys out there, and if you want to know more about Blood Bowl... Ooh, can he make it? No way. If you want to know more about Blood Bowl, go down below the stream, click on that football, and join the Knorr community, where all the people who like watching Knorr and his silly antics go to do Blood Bowl stuff. And in general, also clicking that follow button, because I basically stream Blood Bowl pretty much every Tuesday and Friday. But not this upcoming week, because Christmas. Sorry. So yeah. Taking plus armor is never the right decision. Like, ever. I assume having the dice roll is always in the foreground is probably not a difficult change. I never want to make assumptions about other people's code. But that's the kind of thing that usually isn't difficult. To just set what layer everything appears on. Man, I even had tackle. Tragic. I'm happy with a push. Push keeps things annoying. Keep things real tricky for him. You haven't coded since the days of BASIC? Things have changed since BASIC was a thing, man. Just saying. Man, if his guy would bonehead again, that'd be incredible. But he didn't. No, okay, huh. Interesting.
Good news, everyone!
Ooh, Dropping Clangers is following. Thank you, sir. Glad to have more people hanging out here. Let's see. I really want to try and score now. And it's not impossible. Which one are you? That is Sidestep Surefeet. That's fine. I don't care.
Good news, everyone!
Rosham Bobo, thank you for the follow, sir. Always glad to have even more people watching. Again, we do this most Tuesdays and Fridays. But not Christmas week, because I need a holiday too. Make the catch, please. Thank you, sir.
Good news, everyone!
Ooh, XHD Unique is following. Use your diving tackle, sir. I will re-roll it. I will fail it. No, I made it. We're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. It's okay. Now we try the pass, which will probably not work.
That bot's doing a lot of good work, I think.
The bot is good people. I think this is still better as ugly as it is. And as much as I don't want to. Although the real question is, where do I want this ball to end up if I fail? On the ground on my corpse? With a 70% chance? Let's try it like this. Let's do it. Oh, tragic. The bot is very aggressive, guys. Please bear with it. I think we'll agree that nobody wants to see these things in the chat, but the bot's a little aggressive. I would rather err on the side of caution. Nobody is supposed to pass. Realistically, that pass became pretty badly negative expectation when I had to use the reroll on the Witch Elf. I probably should have considered instead, like, once this dodge worked, just moving the Witch Elf down here or something useful, and just leaving the ball here or something like that. Probably would have been better than what I attempted. Let's just say I got a little bit over-aggressive there. You have no problems with it, you just wonder what made it think it was a spoiler. I'd recommend you don't try to think about it too hard. Honestly, because, like, it may be a spoiler. Oh, and now all the armor's gonna fall apart. He took kick on a skink, why no block? I don't know, maybe because he just decided at 1700 it was time. Like, kick is super valuable to, lizards, for sure. You have the speed to take advantage of it, no doubt. Oh, you're a good Crocs. Yes, you are. Yeah, I'd rather have the bot be too sensitive than not sensitive enough. You can use dodge skill. Don't worry. It'll be fine. I know you're standing next to the sideline, but it'll be fine. You are a failure. He scored. He got two 50-50 dodges and a yellow pass for the goal. These things happen in this game of Blood Bowl that we play. That is how the game works. It lulls you into a false sense of security, and then kicks you in the teeth. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, this is the better way to do it, I guess. Ugh, that's annoying, though. Man. That's obnoxious. Best way to do this. That Crocs needs to get radical surgery after the game. Possibly true. He's not been the best behaved Crocs. Come on, Surfing USA. You have tackle. This is what you were built for. Not to get pushes, that's for sure. To get POWs, because that's what tackle skill does. Makes POWs happen. Now that's not what was supposed to happen. That's fine. We'll deal with it, I suppose. Now that that's the case, let's think. I want to take a block with the block skill on a skink who's in an obnoxious kind of scory position. I will happily follow you up. I really want you to make this dodge, okay? Please? You have the dodge skill, Slam Duncan. So I actually have faith in you that you'll make this dodge. Although, more I think about it, more I want to do this first. It doesn't make anything harder, though. This makes things harder, though, I think. And I'm worried about you. And you. You are the pieces I'm kind of worried about. So I want this dodge to work, and I want you to go here. You failed the first one. Tragic. Well, okay. That's life. Now, unfortunately, because that failed, this guy can get free by this guy doing stuff, although this is a blodge piece. So it's only a 30% chance he gets knocked over. Yeah, here's the worrisome part. That's just, can't really do anything about this. My main hope is this messes up. With tackle skill and good stuff like that. I mean, in theory, most of these guys are blodge. It does something. That helps. Runner dead, runner fine. And we still have the spare Apo. Oh, if this guy's doing that, that makes me feel a little better, because he's not coming this way. He has pieces, though. That Crocs is a superhero. He needs to keep boneheading. Dodge, 2 dodges, with no rerolls on him. At 2 out of 3. Nice. He gets to use his actual reroll on it. Tragic. Maybe he'll fail this. Well, he didn't fail it. Maybe he'll fail the GFI into the end zone. We made it about as hard as we could. This is basically my punishment for taking a very ill-advised pass. So scared of rolling a 1? I would be too. It's a risky thing. Hey, Croxagore moved. You wouldn't even make the GFI? You may not have to. I mean, my most threatening piece is this runner that can, with 2 GFIs, just get there. No, he can reach. And that's basically the option I have. These guys can't for sure. Well, they can with a chain push, but, you know, I can chain push a dude into range. Specifically, John Wilkes Boom can make it with a chain push. So there's 2 pieces that can even technically make it. Oh, he's going to try for it. Please fail! Oh, he did! I didn't expect that would happen. That's so awesome. Okay, sure. That's fine. Stupid Blood Bowl. What a dumb game this is. I'm going to use you to provide... So, store, am I going to use you to do a thing? You've got no one next to you. Like, this is still ugly for me. He's still got a million guys here. Yeah, like, this is not... I'm not out of the frying pan just yet, to say the least. This is still not pretty. No, that takes GFIs. We're not doing that. I'm not moving you yet because you're probably going to go try and pick up the ball at horrible odds. You need GFIs to get much of anything functional done, which is tragic, but we'll deal with it in just a second. I'm going to take my attempt to injure a guy first because let's think a little more long-term here. Tackle is a good skill. Yeah, if I don't pick up and pass the ball or something like that, it gets ugly. Hey, a stun's nice. I'll take it. So I've got a dodge and 2 GFIs. The dodge is a 2 out of 3 because I'm standing next to a Croxagore, so you're talking like 46% chance of that working. I've got a 1 die that's got a GFI, and I can push Sean Wilkes Boom here. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which isn't significantly better. It avoids the bad, ugly, you know, Croxagore doing nasty things. And they're about the same difficulty to take down. They both have block skill, and that's it. Let's... I want to try this first. Because even though there's a GFI involved, this means I can get a piece kind of free. Which is something I'd be quite happy about. I want to chain push him into the range to do things useful. I can follow up just fine. So this is a much easier dodge now. Now that I've made that, this is much better. This is ugly, but this is significantly better now that I've done it. If I'm going to do that, you stand up, though. And then we just cry because we can't do much better than that. Oh, we failed the dodge. Reroll it. We got to reroll that. Come on. Wow. That was not the part I was expecting to fail. That was 35 out of 36. Wah, wah. Well, that's really unfortunate because it means I don't have any rerolls from now on. For the try to come back touchdown, which we're going to have to do. Skink, sidestep, diving tackle, retire if no doubles. That's not wrong. Do I want to dodge? You can knock me over. Like, I know some people like making one skink get sprint and sure feet and junk like that. And that's all good and fine. But if you're just looking at agility skills for generic pieces, it's basically sidestep, diving tackle, and then you're out. Of course, you have guard for free usually if you have access to agility skills at all. Catches, not the worst. Yeah, like, if you roll the movement up on the skink to make them even easier to one-turn on. Shake and Bake is injured while we get to pro strat this because we've got an extra Apo. So that's fine. Maybe he'll fail all this. I wouldn't run this way with the ball. I'd stay where you are. To be perfectly honest with you. But okay. Let's see if my guys want to come back. Your foe has DC'd. Tragic. Oh good, my guy came back. So we've got 11 players. This looks familiar. Let's try it again. Or he's actually thinking about his defense. He may not go with this again. Maybe he's playing for the win. He could be. Okay. Sure, I'll do this again. If you want to do it, I'll do it. Okay. Kick. Long or short? Long. Oh no, he doesn't have kick. I keep thinking he has kick. Doesn't he have kick? He does have kick. I guess he kicked long. I was wondering a little bit about the kick. Oh, he was just like derping around clicking on the screen. That's funny. I was about to say, that's kind of weird. It could. I was thinking it was a long kick and it went long, but that was weird. We'll go with that. Alright. Past targets, go! We'll just keep doing this till it works. Ha! Oh no, combined with quick snap, it's not perfect. Ah. If all your skinks have rolled doubles, you're just pretty much happy about life. Do I want to blitz this guy? Now that I know it is a bad blitz? Or do I want to one-die him? You have kick. Eh? I don't want to move you out of position where I just put you. You know what? Maybe I don't blitz at all. Maybe I don't even use my blitz. Sure hands or block on doubles for a skink, pretty much. I believe those are the correct decisions. Let's just have you stay here, I guess. You just do this old thing. Or like this. Yeah, almost every team wants a sure hands piece. That's not wrong. Ooh, wonderful. Make him blow a reroll on that. I'm happy about that. What doubles do you take on Sauruses? You don't normally even use them, but some people take dodge. Dodge is the one, if you're going to take one. Break tackle is a skill. Ooh, skull push. The saddest of all successful results. I think if you're taking doubles on a Saurus, dodge is the choice. Skull push again. Wonderful. I don't know that I like diving tackle on Sauruses. And I so often like the avant-garde diving tackle choices. I think even I don't like that. If you have an elf thrower who has the skills he needs, he may as well get sure hands, is what Blockhead said. Spoiler for Star Wars, Han Solo has sure hands. Oh, thank you very much, Croxagore. You are a true friend. That Croxagore is my best buddy. Did that skink get served? You almost choked on your drink? Shit. I thought it was kind of funny. That's sidestep. Sidestep kick. So I'll try to take you down with a block piece and call it a day. Because we've got a pretty reasonable way of going about things here, I think. It involves a 2 out of 3 one-die block, but other than that I think it's pretty decent. Let's try this one first. Push, you say. That's fine. Really? That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that one. But okay. Let's blitz you down because I don't like your face. Nice! Injury. Miss next game on a skink. Happy days. Let's do this in case we botch things, basically. Tackle's a damn fine skill that I'm quite happy to take. Do I want to take this 2-die? I really more likely want to take this 2-die. Because I'm in no huge hurry. I will injure skinks. Happily. If I am afforded the chance to injure skinks. Now we take the 5 out of 6, right? 5 out of 6 1-die. Good enough for me. I'd rather do a handoff there, so I want to do a pass here. Get 15 out of 16 on my guy as well, which would be nice. Do a bit of a contact pass here. 2 out of 3. Made it. Let us try to score. Good job. 3-2. Now we just have to keep him from scoring for a little bit. Nice. Came back. Oh, we got 2 skinks down. Let's put the big scary pieces in the middle where they're hard to block. How about that? The pieces that are going to be very threatening to his attempts to score quickly. Where they're a little more defended. We'll go like that. Probably could have stalled for one more turn. He can easily score in 3. Oh, he can absolutely easily score in 3. I didn't feel like the stall was totally safe. I don't remember why at the time. I didn't feel like the stall was good, but I didn't look at it hard enough, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a very realistic chance you're correct, and I'm just wrong. Fun fact, an Agi 3 player with sure hands has a higher chance of picking up the ball than the 2 Agi guy. Hey, the... what's it called? The 2 Agi sure hands guy is better than the 3 Agi guy. I want to kick it long if I'm giving you 3 turns to score. Is that correct? Yeah, let's kick long. Quick snap. Well, that's his quick snap. That would make the short kick much worse. Master Chefs aren't worth the 300k. I'd agree with that. Unless you're just like, you're playing against one of these teams where you're 1,000 team value down. What take a Master Chef, what else are you going to do with all that money? But if you're not halflings, the halfling Master Chef is not worth it a majority of the time. Again, unless you're just hugely out-TV'd. Like you're down 700, 1,000 team value or something like that. Which does happen in the Blood Bowl 2 matchmaking sometimes, which makes me sad. Let's see what he does. 1 o'clock. That's fine. I'm streaming for 3 hours already. Cool. Uh-oh. She's fine, don't worry about it. Angry Hippolyte is stunned. He's playing no touchy. That's interesting. Yeah, if you've tried Chef 2 times and you've stolen 1 reroll total, you've been massively unlucky, because on average, the Chef should steal 1.5 rerolls per, like, roll. Oh, that is so nice. I am so happy he wasted a reroll on that. And failed it too! This is incredible! Well, okay. I was not prepared for this to work out like that. Just to be perfectly honest with you. Well, that's a thing which just happened in this game of Blood Bowl that we are playing. Sometimes Snake Eyes happens. How about we go over here and we try to take this ball away from my opponent, who failed to pick it up. Okay, goblins are a joke team, yeah. Obviously. Let us try to take this ball away from you, sir. Nice. Excellent job. Now you stay where you are. Now we try to pick up his ball and go home with it. It is not the best chance, to be honest with you. Because I would like to take his ball and leave. So before I do this, I should be doing this and putting another player in the general vicinity of the ball, just to be annoying in case we fail this, and then I'm going to try to pick it up, 67%. That's cool. And now I'm going to try a very high chance dodge. Make it. And I'm going to steal the ball and put it into this nice cage we got going on here. And that makes me happy. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to 2-die uphill on the Croxagore with Wrestle. And I think I do. Yeah, I do. Not good enough. You tried, Wrestle Guy. So he has to steal the ball from me and score in 2 turns now. I suppose Wrestle Guy being down enables that. I don't know if that's useful to him. I stand by the 2-die uphill. What did the bot ban this time? Now it's becoming a joke. Generally, you end up with a team comprised of 4 amazingly skilled vampires and a bunch of rookie thrall fodder. Why does the bot not ban Han Solo? Like, at all. That's actually the name of a character. But it's annoying with us, annoyed about us talking about 4 amazingly skilled vampires with thralls as fodder. Who's a rookie? Not Han Solo, he has sure hands. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't take, like, the full 6 vampires. You just don't. You can't. It is not really a thing you can afford to do. Alright, that's diving tackle, sidestep guy. Don't try to test the bot, please. I don't get it. And see, here's the thing. I'm not going to go looking at the bot's filtered word list. Holy cow, the GFI fails. Wow, indeed. That's incredible. I can't even believe that. Man, it's crazy. Okay. Who's in scoring range? You are. You are not. You have sidestep. My odds of knocking you down are fairly reasonable, but it's like 55%. If I go with the tackle dude? Is it better to try to take down the one scoring threat he has, or to do these stuff to try and get my guy free? I do have dodge skill, to be perfectly honest, which makes things a lot easier. Let's try to take down the actual skink that is an actual scoring threat. And if this fails, move my guy back, hopefully. Wonderful! We did it. Good game. I believe that will finish it off. Yeah, so you're not in scoring range, you're not in scoring range, you're not in scoring range. Yeah, we got there. We did it somehow, guys. We got there. What's your SPV? 26 out of 31? 22 out of 31? Yeah, I'd really like to do a vanity pass on Slam Duncan, but that's ugly. That's real ugly. Do a handoff to Slam Duncan in a tackle zone. But it's worth a level if I can do it. And nothing else I can do is really worth anything else. I don't want to give him a chance to do any kind of crazy shenanigans, but I don't think there is anything like that. Do I go double block with Witch Elf or one gets the wrestle? I don't know. One of them getting wrestle would probably be good. Is what I would do, I think. Get your level up, Slam Duncan. Please? Nice. We got there. We GG him. Because it was a very good game. I enjoyed it greatly. Do I want to try to take a 1-die? Well, if I take a 1-die, it's going to be this one, and then I can really wander myself into ugly situations, I think. Let me give you Herring MacGuffin to tie you up, and then I'll try this 1-die out. We even made the 1-die. The purely vanity 1-die block. We'll call that the end of the turn. No, I think getting Wrestle on one Witch Elf and Block on the other makes a lot of sense, because you're not going to get it on any of your Blitzers. And having an actual, like, Wrestle Strip Ball piece is pretty nice. Wrestle Strip Ball Frenzy, good stuff. Dodge and 4 agility.
I'd still get Strip Ball on a Blitzer.
Oh, I have Strip Ball and a Blitzer too, don't get me wrong. Like, we have the Strip Ball Blitzer right there. You still do that, but having a Witch Elf that is, you know, that good at it is nice, and having multiple Strip Ball guys isn't the worst thing in the world. What would I put on a Strength 4 War Dancer? Anything you want. By the way, Croxagore, you're going to the glue factory after this is over. Wow, that Croxagore. Yeah, like, Strength 4 War Dancer still gets Strip Ball, Sidestep, probably Frenzy. Like, Frenzy Strength 4, maybe Frenzy comes first, because Frenzy Strength 4 piece. Let's re-roll a 2 for winnings. And get a 3 for winnings. Okay.
I mean, I give regular War Dancers Frenzy after they get